Hello, Craig Smith from the Home Education Foundation in Palmerston North, New Zealand. We were talking about how we as parents can educate our children at home, give them a truly first-rate education so that when our children leave home, they are educated and they can hold their own out there. A number of questions come up. Some people will say, well, what's wrong with schools? Well, what's right with schools is my question. I tell you, schools are political instruments which were established for the purposes of social engineering to mold the population into a certain profile determined by the political pundits at the top. It has no relationship to the reality of the real world. The real world is the home, the community, the workplace, and the marketplace. There could hardly be a more artificial environment than a state classroom where you have a curriculum mandated by political pundits at the top, where it has to be done in 45-minute slots with the bell ringing just when the child is starting to get warmed up to the subject. The bell rings up, drop that subject, time to move on to another one, where they're age segregated. You know, I mean, here already you have a compulsory attendance institution where the child has been ordered by the government to leave the confines and the safe environment of the home, come out from under the influence of mom and dad, and come to this, and the safe environment and the familiar surroundings of the home, and come into this other environment of the state classroom to be indoctrinated by these agents of the state, who all have their registration to show that they've been properly indoctrinated. And the other thing about it is that these classrooms are age segregated, right? All the 8-year-olds here, the 9-year-olds there. So what that ensures is that not only have the children left their mom and dad's influence, but now they're being separated off from their siblings, so they don't even have that reinforcement to stay on the straight and narrow as what they had at home. The whole objective of state schools is to break the influence of the home and to replace it with the influence of the state, so that the children will become molded by state agents, teachers, and the curriculum and the peer group, molded into a pliable community that government agents can then push around or influence in any direction they want. The documentation for this is extensive. It's beyond any kind of debate. It's true, it's there. I mean, I've read a number of books in this last year here in New Zealand, written by New Zealand educators about the New Zealand education system. One book was written by, or a couple by Marxists, a couple by Christians, and others by just normal New Zealand type socialists. But all of these educators there are within the system, writing about the system. And they're all of one voice. They said, yes, the schools in this country were established for the purposes of social engineering, and that's why they continue to operate to this day, for the purposes of social engineering, to engineer the population into a mold, into a profile determined by state agents, social engineers, somewhere in the government back rooms. Well, that's just outrageous. That's, you know, I'm not interested in that. We can do better at home. Thank you.